Hello, beautiful family of light. Welcome to this interactive reveal for your new moon solar eclipse messages. This is a new moon in Scorpio, and we are having a partial solar eclipse today. So today's date is October the 25th. And I just want to say that these messages are not truly date or time specific. If you're catching them real time, they're intended to support you in working in a positive way with this energy that we're within. If you're catching them a year from now, a month from now, 5 years from now, I trust that you're being led to these messages because there is something of great importance and support in here for you. So thank you all so much for being here. My name is Lisa Lyle. This is my channel here on YouTube. If you are new, welcome, and take a moment while you've landed here, and hit that subscribe button and the little notification bell, and you will be notified anytime I go live or anytime there's a new video uploaded here. If you have been traveling with me for a while, thank you so much for continuing to be here and supporting and loving me. I truly could not do this without you and am grateful for your presence in my life. You may want to just check too and make sure you're still subscribed because YouTube has been doing some wonky things. So we are being unsubscribed from channels that we love. I don't know why, but just double check to make sure you're still subscribed. And if not, then hit that subscribe button now. So before we get into these messages, I just want to let you know that I do have a lot going on in my Patreon community, and this will be the first month that we're working with the new moon energies, starting with the Scorpio new moon. The page has been launched just in time for eclipse season. So if you haven't yet checked out what's going on in Patreon, please do go have a look at the 4 offerings for membership tiers over there. And the 4th tier is where you will get everything, including my monkey monthly meetups, my monthly spiritual support, as well as the weekly monthly spiritual support. There'll be weekly monkey talks. There will be monthly support circles, and there will be monthly Q&As. All on Zoom. And then in the 4th tier, which is the plain and the deep tier, you will also have access to monthly new and full moon ceremonies. So that is beginning with this Scorpio new moon. As we come into eclipse season, it felt really important to get that up and running. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, check the link to my Patreon down below, and I look forward to seeing you over there. So let's get into this, and what you will have seen in the thumbnail are these images, right? And so you will either pick left, right, or center, or top, bottom, top, center, and bottom. I'm not sure what the thumbnail is going to be, so bear with me. We're just going to get right into it though. And so if you were guided to, I guess I should really know if that's the top. So we'll say if you were guided to the top or left pile, here are your messages. And these are messages of really, because we're all within these big energies. So there's 5 cards here. So these are messages that are really going to support your ability to change. This is going to support your ability to really go more deeply into your personal healing experience. So first and foremost, we've got some messages from Gaia. This card keeps coming up in a lot of interactive readings, and this is the intuitive communication. It's a number 43, which comes to a 7. So you are being guided to really nurture your connection to nature, and perhaps you have a favorite tree out there somewhere that you haven't visited in a while. I feel like you're being called to get out to that tree, to really reestablish connection to your deep roots in order to have an experience in the flesh that's filled with more ease and peace. This is a message for you It says the silent whispers of your heart. So I feel like you're really being called to honor and nurture your heart. Like, why aren't you? Are you doing what you love? If so, keep going. If not, why not? The ego will speak very loudly. The ego will have you running around confused. The ego will have you doubting yourself, unsure of if you can do this thing that you so deeply desire to do. You absolutely can. And I feel like you're being called to get to nature, to get to your tree so that you can more easily hear the silent whispers of your heart, the subtle whispers of your heart. Pay attention to how your physical body is feeling as well, because I do feel, look at this. I do feel, I'm going to turn all these cards over. So, wow. OMG. Okay. This is definitely about you being true to you. And this eclipse season is really going to help you. I want to say, like, delve more deeply into your human experience, delve more deeply into your spiritual nature, like who and what you are and why you're here in a physical body at this time. You are being called to spend more time in nature and to get right with yourself, to create more practices in your daily life that support it. It's like devotional practices is what I'm hearing. So meditation, time for prayer, really focused on what you are ingesting, what you are allowing into your energetic sphere, if you will, your space. There does feel like there is a call for some forgiveness. You are being asked to forgive yourself for perhaps doubting yourself, for not moving forward on that heart-centered path that you've been called on for quite some time. As you forgive yourself, you will be more easily able to forgive others and those who you feel who have harmed you or done you wrong. Forgiveness is a necessary component because you are being called into partnerships, divine partnerships that support exponential growth for you. And first and foremost, I feel the partnership that you are being called into is a partnership with your higher self. And that is really through these daily devotional practices. The Sananda card, the Golden Age card, is a number 2. So this really speaks about you having the courage and that you actually have the ability to stand on your own 2 feet, and you are being guided by your higher self. I am also feeling, I don't talk about it a whole lot, I am feeling though a twin soul partnership here. So whether that's taking place in the flesh or on just the spiritual realms, I'm hearing that it's really important that you get connected to your higher self, and you're going to easily be able to do that through nature and your connection to the natural world, which is going to put you in connection with your higher self, with your divine counterpart. First and foremost, before we come in union or reunion with our divine counterparts, we must do that, the roll up your sleeves inner work here in the physical realm. There's many that come. Divine twin soul partnerships are not easy, nor are mirror soul unions. Those are challenging too. I won't get too much into those here. Perhaps that's one of my taboo TED Talks over on Patreon. But mirror soul and divine and twin soul partnerships are challenging because they require us to really do the inner work and to conduct ourselves and act with the utmost of integrity. And that is challenging to do. This says here, a partnership is blessed and destined for greatness. And ultimately, I'm feeling that partnership is the one that you have with your higher self, the relationship that you have with you in the physical meat suit. Mystical. I was trying to blend meat suit and physical together. Then we've got the asking opens a pathway. Number 14. This is about the 14 is a 5 energy, And it's really about change. And what is it that you are here to change? I'm also seeing it's the Temperance card in the Tarot, in the Major Arcana. So patience. You're being asked to show some patience with yourself, and patience as you begin. Patience and practice are the PP words for you at this time. Patience and practice. So being patient with yourself as you move into this daily practice of devoting and devoting time and space to connect with your higher self, to connect with the spiritual essence that is you, beyond the meat suit, beyond the physicality of being human. Because you are here to be, you are here walking the path of mastery, and we cannot give anything away until we, like, we can't serve from an empty cup. In order to be able to serve, our cup must be overflowing. So this is about taking care of yourself first. And if you are struggling, if you're struggling and very much in an ego space, get out and help someone. Go and do something for somebody who can't, repay the favor. And actually do it anonymously so they don't even know. And don't advertise that you've done it. And this will really help you to get outside of yourself. Because folks that end up like feeling depressed and, in this hamster wheel of depression and addiction and woe is me, poor me energy, that's a real ego space to be in. And when, the ego doesn't want us to go out and help anyone out. The ego is edging God out. And so we have an opportunity to act more as our spiritual essence is for eternity, more godly, bringing more consciousness. And oftentimes when we get outside of ourselves and help someone, we feel better. And as a result, we're helping ourselves. So that's what I feel for you. It's either about like getting outside of yourself, getting out of your head, getting out to nature more, really becoming a master in your life by taking responsibility for how you're feeling in each now moment where you're present. So it says here, you break it, you bought it. The direction is east and the color is yellow. So there's something here. Perhaps you need more routine in your life. Perhaps this moon cycle is calling you to create more routines, create more ceremony around the rising of the sun and the setting of the sun, around the cycles of the moon, creating daily rituals, daily practices that support you to break through and to experience breakthroughs and break frees from whatever has been limiting you up to this point in time. For every action you take, there is a reaction, a cost that must be measured with balance and a replacement. Where your world is concerned, the action must measure the fragility of the item and the realization that there is only one, unique and irreplaceable. When we are young, we often go to the big pawn shops in the sky, and we trade something priceless for what we think we want. Years later, it's common to go back when we're desperately in need of what we gave away, to see if we can get it back. But it was sold long ago and forever. We lose family, talents, loves, and ideals in this great exchange. We don't think about how selling out eventually breaks us into pieces. On the other hand, if what you sold could be redeemed, who would be the redeemer? If the cost is a broken you, the redemption is a restored you? It is possible that you've been whole all along and lacked the loving eyes to see it. And that's true. You are one of a kind original. Every single one of us is. And we have been conditioned historically and through society that, we're all the same, or we're meant to be the same, and we're meant to, do the 9-to-5 grind. And, that's basically your life. And I'm here to tell you that it's absolutely not. There's no one like you. You are a one of a kind original here to be the seed of consciousness, to be the seed of light you came to be. There's nobody else who brings to the table the gifts that you bring in just the way that you bring them. So believe in yourself. I do. Spirit does. Your higher self does. And make the effort, the daily effort, to connect with your higher self so that you can really move forward on your path of divine service in this lifetime. And here's a little affirmation, a question for you. When I ask questions about my inner being, I discover that beautiful and helpful answers always come to me. When I ask questions of my inner being, I discover that beautiful and helpful answers always come to me. So, beautiful heart, get out there to your tree, get out to nature, ask those questions, and become quiet enough so that you can hear the silent whispers of your heart. Thanks so much for playing along. Drop a comment down below. Let me know how your message felt. And hit that thumbs up button. Okay, so those of you who were guided to the pile, this will be center, whether we did the top, center, and bottom, or left, center, and right. So those of you guided to the center card, here are your messages. I'm just going to turn these cards all over here. But what I'm really feeling here, just from the imagery here, is that it's like you are being born again at this time. There's an opportunity. You're being asked to come out of your shell. You're being asked to reveal a part of yourself that you have kept hidden. And I feel that you've been quite protective of. I'm seeing this little butterfly, and I know butterflies don't come out of shells. That's what I'm feeling, though, is that as you come out of your shell, you are revealing yourself to the world in ways that you haven't before. And it's really, really beautiful. And yeah, just like I was saying that was coming through for the first pile, is that there's no one quite like you. There's no one out there who can do what you have come here to do. Oh, this is beautiful. This Scorpio full moon is really asking you, Scorpio is a water sign, a very deep water sign. And I feel like you're being asked to, as you move through your emotional waters, your inner waters, you're being asked to work with the element of fire to purify, to allow yourself to be reborn again through. It's funny because, fire puts out water, and yet I'm feeling like you are moving through these baptismal waters, and fire is the element that is supporting the new birth, the rise. It's a number 14, so it comes to a 5 again. We've had lots of 5 energies. And so this is about change. What are you being asked to do different today? What could you seed, and what practices could you put in place at this time that is going to support this rise, this rebirth? I'm not feeling like it's like these massive changes. It's just little changes. It feels there's an energy that you've been hiding, and I'm being taken back to this card and this image. There's an energy that you are hiding yourself from the world. You don't want to come out of your shell. You feel quite fragile and emotional, rather tender. And, the message is coming through. You are safe. It is safe for you to reveal yourself. And through the revelation, you experience many blessings that come into your life and your experience. You've got Maitreya, and it's the wisdom of the ages, and it's a number 26, which is an 8. Your higher self is guiding this process, and there's a lot of blue energy around. Your higher self is guiding this process because within you is a wisdom and medicine that only you can bring through. You are wise beyond your belief. Inside, you're wise. You know things and you don't know how you know. I'm sorry, my nose is so itchy here. My nose is itchy, so I took a drink. You are wise beyond your current level of understanding, and you do know things, and you're not sure how you know, and it feels like you hold yourself back because you get caught in these real emotional waters again. Coming back to here, but those emotional waters are the baptismal waters from which you are being called to be reborn through your own inner fire, right? Okay, what they're showing me now is like your emotional waters, not your emotional wires, your emotional wires have kind of put out that inner flame of passion. And you're being asked to calm those emotional waters, to move through them, learn to surf or paddleboard upon those inner waters. And so that your inner fire can again, come. It's like fanning the flames of your inner fire. First, you must face the emotional stuff that's coming up for you. And this may be in a very emotional time, right? Here's more blue. Like there's so much blue here. What is your truth? Blue is all about truth, communication, the throat chakra, Archangel Michael, creativity. So allow your emotions to get creative with dealing with your emotions. Don't repress them. Don't like hold them back. Allow yourself to get creative and express them. Allow your voice to be heard. Allow your beauty to be seen, because it really flows from the purity of your heart. This is the goddess of nature. And I'm hearing and seeing the goddess of creation from this deck, which is a goddess laying bare, naked upon the body of Mother Earth, and really allowing her creative juices to begin to flow. And so for you, it feels like by the time, so this Scorpio new moon and partial solar eclipse, by the time we get to the total lunar eclipse, which is on November the 7th, there's going to be, it's almost like you're going to be reborn. You're going to walk out of these baptismal waters through the fires, and there's going to be a new passion burning brightly within you if you have the courage to honor your truth, if you have the courage to accept your truth. And this acceptance part becomes challenging for many of us who are here as light workers, way showers, healers, because, there's not many people walking in the same direction, right? Most people are being herded. They're a part of a crowd. They're a flock of seagulls. And so those who are flying in the other direction look crazy, right? We look insane to those who feel like they're sane and they're normal. And this is a part of the breakaway. We are a part of we're breaking away society. We are breaking away in order to be able to lead humans, our equals, our brothers and sisters, in a way that's really empowering to each and every one of us, which is a part of the reason I've been guided to create this Patreon community, so that we can begin to have the difficult conversations about things that aren't discussed in mainstream, because everything that is filtered at us, everything that comes at us from the television, the news agencies, it is to lead us in the direction that they want to take us. And the direction that the parasitic elites want to take us is away from our humanity, away from our divinity. And we are here, you are here to come back to your divinity, to come back to your heart. And it's not easy. It's not easy because we all want to be loved. We want to be accepted as a part of a group. What are you willing to compromise and give away to fit in with a group? My answer to that is nothing. Perhaps you have a different answer to that. I would encourage you, though, to stay in your heart and to trust your heart. The message on this card is you reap what you sow. Your dream is coming to fruition. Stay the course of your heart. Move through these emotional waters. Move through these challenging times, because you are truly going to be reborn on the other side. And you are going to be shining your unique light. This is a number 18, and I'm feeling a 9. You're wrapping up a cycle. What's wrapping up for you with this new moon eclipse, partial eclipse, is you are wrapping up a cycle so that you can really give birth to the new, so that you can go out there and allow your uniqueness to shine without apology, without doubt. You are unique and beautiful, and you came here to gift to the world, to gift to the human collective, something that nobody else can do. And it's really about time you started to believe in you. I'm going to save this affirmation for the end. I feel like I feel like feathers are going to be, it's like, if you come across a feather while you're out there in nature, this is a sign that you are on the right path. This is a sign in that moment. It is a sign that your loved ones in spirit are right there with you, encouraging you, celebrating you to continue along this path that your heart has chosen, that you chose before you came into the meat suit experience. As a soul, as an energetic being that is eternal with no beginning and end, you chose everything in this experience to get you to this point. And feathers are going to be messengers, signs that you are indeed on the right path to keep going. Oh, wow. I didn't even see what this card was. And it's a number 4. It's prayer, petitioning to the Supreme Court. The direction is south and the color is red. So what I know about the southern direction, Archangel Michael sits in that direction. And it is the direction of childlike play and wonder. It is the direction of joy. What are you here to do? What brings you joy in every single day? Working with the color red, whether it's red clothing, red crystals, red jasper is what I'm hearing. Geez, my nose. Red jasper is what I'm hearing. This is going to help you get grounded in the experience, because 4 is this foundational energy, right? It's our foundations. And for years, I have been saying and sharing that anything that is not built on truth and integrity in this current paradigm that we're all living in. So the patriarchal paradigm is dying. It's actually died. And we're beginning to see the fall of all those structures that were controlled from, I'm being guided to say, evil minds. Those of us who are here to operate from the heart mind are here as seeds for these new structures, the new matriarchal paradigm where all children are valued, where all children are fed before they're tucked snugly into their beds. And it takes great courage for us to rise and give birth to this new paradigm. And one of the ways that we support this birth is through prayer. Prayer is petitioning the Supreme Court. Meditation is listening to the answer of the Supreme Court, if you will. And so the message here is prayer is a petition. You are asking for something, and this desire gives birth, the egg, to the hope, the butterfly. You direct this request to a greater power, the Creator, knowing that you might not get what you want. You will always get what you need. Move into the cocoon of silence and be still. Then offer your prayer. Just as a flower blooms and the fragrance is released, joy finds you and you are released. Like a butterfly in beauty and freedom, you are being initiated and your choice is which gateway to enter. So during this eclipse season, in this gateway between the partial solar and the total lunar, this is an opportunity for you to go within that cocoon, allow yourself to be nurtured in that space, get comfortable nurturing yourself in that space, because on the other side of this moon cycle, this eclipse season, something wonderful, this uniquely wonderful warrior of light is being reborn in like through you. And you're not going to give two hoots what people think about you flying in the other direction, because you know that you are in cahoots with the supreme creator of all beings. So it says here, here's your affirmation: I shine my light and allow my creative power to burn bright. I shine my light and allow my creative power to burn bright. One more time. I shine my light and allow my creative power to burn bright. You've got this. I believe in you. Your higher self does, and God does too. Thanks for being here. And here we go. If you were guided to the pile bottom or right that has this image showing, here are your messages. And like the center pile, I really feel like all the piles, you are here to allow yourself to be seen. You are here, you're transforming. It's like you've gone through many, many transformations up to this point. And now you are like, you know, the beautiful butterfly who almost went extinct. The image of the butterflies here are the monarchs, and I believe they were added to the extinct list this year in 2022, and that's due to the hand of man, honestly. And again, this is a conversation that we'll be having over on Patreon. These taboo topics we're not allowed to talk about. But the extinction of monarchs, or being close to extinct, is directly due to the hand of man and the manipulation that takes place in our skies. So with that being said, we're going to just continue on with your message. It does feel, I've never noticed that before in this image, but there's like an eagle coming out of the chest space here. This is a message for you to see yourself and others from a higher perspective, to see all as a necessary part of this experience, even the deception that we're seeing in the sky. It's all necessary in order to support the collective awakening of God-centered consciousness again among the human people. You're not sheep. And you're not sheeple. You are a divine being of light who came here to transform through all of these difficult experiences and challenges that you have had in your life. Now is a wake-up call. Now the alarm bells have sounded from within. Liberation is an inside job. We are liberated through the acceptance of all that we've experienced. We are liberated through the acknowledgement that we have all been deceived. And so this eclipse season for you, it's really about becoming more free, allowing yourself to be the free bird who flies out of the cage. You don't want to be in the cage. You don't want to be the monkey in the zoo. We want to be the free birds and the free monkeys, right? Jumping on beds, not bumping our heads, having fun and playing, dancing our way to freedom, if you will. It says breaking free from a negative attachment. It's a number 25 again. This is directly related to number 7, the physical body. What's going on in your body? Where are you feeling tense? Where are you holding yourself back? Why are you holding yourself back? At this time with this new moon, it's an opportunity to ask some questions. Do you really want to be free? Or do you like being told day to day what you must do in order to survive, in order to experience, in many cases, the bare necessities of life, and in some cases, not even, right? It's nonsense. I mean, we have to stop throwing our money away hand over fist to these organizations that aren't working for us. It's time to come together as a human family and to full stop all of the bullshit. Excuse my language. It's true though. Enough is enough. And I feel like your higher self, your inner being, your inner knowing is saying enough is enough. It's time to break free, whether it's free from mental slavery, free from the 9 to 5 grind that is a grind and that doesn't have you feeling fulfilled and free. Only you will know what you're being called to release at this time. And as you release, you create space for your truth. This is a number 9 again. Breaking free, ending patterns to create space for the new. This is, what is your truth? The Angel of Hearts. What is your heart calling you to do? Who clipped your wings? And your wings, many of us had our wings clipped long ago in childhood, right? If they weren't clipped at home, they were clipped in school, right? And so this is about, there's a real gentleness coming about. We've got this, we've got all this heart energy, okay? All this divine feminine energy, these 3 cards. And this is about you honoring your truth. And again, I was said in the previous messages, it's not easy to be the bird that's flying away from the flock, right? It's not easy. We get mocked. We get, mocked and what do I want to say? Excluded, right? It takes great courage to be one of those ones who will fly and stay in the truth of the direction of your heart. And at this time, we are coming together. More of us solo flyers are coming together because this is our heart's desire. We came here on a mission to support the upliftment of the consciousness of humanity. We came here on a mission to support healing hearts of humans who for generations have been, basically nothing more, have been seeded to be nothing more than machines, following in the footsteps of, their mothers and fathers within a system that doesn't really support uniqueness. It doesn't support free birds being free. And so it takes courage to stay in the heart space, right? When everything outside of you is encouraging you to conform, to be one of the herd. You're not a sheep. You're not a rat. You're not a slave unless you choose to be, right? And they've externally, there's a lot of this thing, like we've been, again, generationally taught that, the African Americans were slaves. Those with the dark skin were the slaves. I hate to burst your bubble. We're all slaves. I don't care what color your skin is. White, yellow, red, brown, black, purple. It doesn't really matter. We are all slaves at this point in time. And that may be, it's probably not a really popular narrative approved statement. And yet it's true. And again, we'll be discussing a lot of this taboo stuff over on Patreon, because here it'll get me canceled, because that's where we're at. Cancel. We don't like what we're hearing. It doesn't feel safe. We'll cancel it. Well, you can't cancel your heart that beats within you. You can't cancel your divine truth. And whether you accept it in this lifetime or in the next, at some point in time, you are going to come face to face with yourself. And so why not do it now? Why not do it now and fulfill your path of service, which is to the heart, your heart, other hearts, and nature supports you. It says the goddess of the earth. I love this card. It says an idea connected to inspiration, creativity, and nature is coming your way. So stay open. Take care of your physicality. Take care of your body. That's critically important at this time. Making sure you're getting your vitamins and minerals. Making sure you're getting enough rest. Making sure you're creating space in your life for prayer and meditation, devotional practices. Do that and to get yourself out to nature. Get moving. Get to nature. Connect to the elemental world, the natural world, because through that connection, inspiration is going to begin to flow. and you are being transformed. And from your higher perspective, you are setting other butterflies free. You are setting other souls free by your courage to set your own soul free. Others are freed from your courageous journey of the heart. And so thank you for that. This is number 17, Release Shaman, the song within, direction north, and the color is white. And I'm just hearing you are here to truly walk the path of mastery as an elder, as a spiritual wise man or woman, the shaman. And I can't sing your song for you. I'm doing what I can to sing my soul song. It's up to you to sing yours, to bring your medicine to the human experience. First, you must be willing to heal yourself. You must be willing to free yourself from the egoic slavery system, the mental slavery, so that you can walk forward on that heart-centered path, fully embodied, having the in-body experience of your spiritual eternal nature. The message here is to end sorrow and pain, one must have a keen sense of awareness, a clear and simple mind. Simplicity requires a great deal of discipline, intelligence, and sensitivity. It is not an abstract item. The shaman must summon inner strength, not only of thought, but of the soul. He must surrender, open, and release himself as a cocoon must release the butterfly. Inspiration blows through you like the winds of creation, not blustering, but soft, like the fluttering of a butterfly wings on your cheek. As clouds part, the sun brings forth the wild sensuousness of the earth, awakened and bursting with bloom. Opening the rich vitality of your inner heart. New vision bursts forth from your chest with the clarity of an eagle's eye. Oh, so that was an eagle. Your soul knows the landscape of your destiny. Trust this. And eagles are known to be the one bird that flies into the eye of the storm. Where all other birds fly away and take shelter, the eagle flies into the storm and comes out the other side, perhaps feathers a little ruffled. It still is, through determination and courage, arrives on the other side of the storm. Eagles are also the messengers that take our prayers direct to Creator. They fly our prayers direct to Creator. So working with the energy of eagle during this time may be greatly beneficial to you as you allow your heart to heal more deeply, as you allow your heart to lead and guide you forward. This is an 8. Did we have 8 here somewhere else? No. This is an 8 energy. Your higher self is really wanting to be, to guide you each and every day along your path of fulfillment, along your path of being a medicine woman, a medicine man in this experience of being human. And within you is great wisdom that wants to be born, that wants to be freed. And it's only through your willingness to liberate yourself will you experience the fullness of the experience that you came here now to be and experience. And it says, my courageous healing journey brings me personal awakening and a deeper relationship with myself. My courageous healing journey brings me personal awakening and a deeper relationship with myself. One more time. My courageous healing journey brings me personal awakening and a deeper relationship with myself. Wow, those messages were really beautiful. I trust that you will feel loved and supported through our connection. I look forward to you joining me over on Patreon as we have our flagship new moon ceremony that will be up in time for this is being released on October 25th. There will already be some videos up there to get you started on your ceremonial path of healing and rebirth. So thank you so much for being a part of this interactive reading. Thank you for being here now and taking the time to hit the thumbs up, the subscribe, and drop me a comment down below. Let's get this heart center communication flowing. It's a great way to support me in my expansion and growth at this time. And for you and for that, I am eternally grateful. Description box will give you all the ways to connect with me and to support me. And I look forward to continuing this expansive journey with all of you. I see you, I feel you, I love you. Thank you so much for your courageous heart. Honestly, you are truly a blessing in my life and in this world. Until next time, take good care.